economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
Meet China, meet what's next. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Meet China, I'm Lulu. In this program, we take you across the country to see how technology, innovation, and rich cultural heritage come together to shape today's China. And in today's program, we explore the cutting edge of Chinese industries. We start with a visit to a spaceport to catch a rocket launch. And then we visit a fashion town to see how artificial intelligence turns designs into reality in just seconds. And then we follow the journey of a bag of garbage to see how it becomes something valuable. And finally, we discover the emotional economy to see what people are buying to find solace. And in Hangzhou, we visit China's first offshore spaceport. The place is buzzing with rocket launches and a brand new recovery platform. We go and chat with experts there to find out why the ocean has become a new launch pad for global space collaboration.
The year 2026 for the Hangzhou Oriental Spaceport began with a seaward roar on January 16th as the Series 1S Hangzhou 7 rocket blasted off from the Shandong coast. And this launch has ushered in a year of intensive activity at the port.
This vessel is China's first and only mobile offshore space launch platform. Right here, it has already successfully carried out 22 sea-based launch missions, including the Long March 11.
From here, the tale of sea and stars is gradually unfolding.
The beginning of 2026 falls close to the holiday period, yet it remains an exceptionally busy time for us.
Li Jun is leading his crew in final preparations for an imminent launch. While sea-based launches offer greater flexibility than land-based ones, they demand more from both the ship and its navigators.
This unique equipment on the launch vessel is the dynamic positioning system. It automatically holds the ship in position as commanded, especially in deep sea, maintaining the location within 3 to 5 meters of precision. We also reinforce and maintain the vessel to ensure the safety of both the ship and the rocket for stormy weather.
Besides offering flexibility and safer rocket recovery, efficiency is key to sea-based launches. The Hangzhou Oriental Spaceport developed port-factory integration model, enabling rockets to launch right after production. And the company Orient Space and its rocket stand out.
The rockets we usually see are fully assembled and ready for launch, but what stands behind me right now are different parts in its sub-stage status of the world's most powerful solid propellant rocket, the Gravity 1.
And in the AIT workshop at the company, workers are preparing for the latest launch in the first half of this year.
We are now securing the cables, which act as the rocket's nervous system, running through all its systems to provide signal output and power transmission. We use fiberglass tape to wrap and protect them. Since cables run throughout the entire rocket, a short circuit anywhere could jeopardize the launch. What you see here is the rocket's fairing, essentially the clothing for the satellite, protecting it as it passes through the atmosphere.
And after their work, before launch, the well-assembled rocket will depart from this facility to the port for final vertical assembly.
Rockets assembled at our AIT center and then can be moved to the vertical assembly facility at the launch port within just 1 to 2 hours, and then moved on to the launch vessel. The entire process, from assembly to launch, takes about a week, enabling a weekly launch pace. Theoretically, this enables a weekly launch frequency, which is highly beneficial for satellite constellation deployment and rapid response to urgent missions. In space launch, after all, it's always a race against time.
Beyond the rocket base, Hangzhou also hosts satellite companies such as the Star AI and the developer of China's new intelligent remote sensing constellation, our Enter-Smart Eye constellation, aiming to create a globally responsive AI satellite network in space. In 2024, its first operational satellite, Yantai-2, was launched from Haiyang.
So this picture you see right here is we are based now. So it is the Oriental spaceport, and we're actually based right there. So this image was taken by our OSC Gaofen 01 satellite. It is the first fully in service satellite that was launched within the OSC constellation. It is planned to consist of over 200 satellites. In 2026, we plan to launch 2 hyperspectral satellites. Later this year, we also plan to launch several high-resolution optical satellites to further enhance the constellation's coverage and capacity. Internationally, the constellation has established partnerships with more than 110 organizations across over 40 countries. For example, Star Vision Company has already manufactured and delivered 1 satellite for Oman.
In recent years, space infrastructure has accelerated rapidly, and China is working harder to launch more satellites to support global networks, with flexible and safer commercial sea launches providing a key boost.
作为东方航天港的规划、建设、运营、管理主体。
Our Oriental spaceport complements China's existing launch capabilities in trajectory and latitude, boosting access to space. We have achieved breakthroughs in key technologies, including rocket exhaust management and a maritime safety monitoring system. In 2026, the port will focus on sea-based liquid rocket launches and strengthen its integrated commercial space ecosystem, driving high-quality growth in the sector.
Recently, in Haiyang, the construction of China's first offshore liquid-fueled rocket launch and recovery test platform is in full swing. And in February, we will witness the first launch and recovery test for a domestic commercial liquid rocket here, marking a new chapter for China's commercial space industry. And the yellow sea behind me is now being transformed into a new starting point towards the stars.
An e-fashion town in Hangzhou, artificial intelligence is rewriting the rules of fashion. We go there and chat with some designers who are taking advantage of AI to adopt what they call a small batch quick response model, getting products from design to store in just 7 days. Hangzhou is weaving a digital web to keep China ahead in the global fashion stage.
This is not a runway at Milan or Paris Fashion Week, but e-fashion town in Hangzhou, where AI empowers new designs to appear in seconds and hit stores within a week. Inside one design studio, I watch a designer type a few keywords, click the mouse, and wait. Seconds later, 4 fully rendered designs appear on the screen.
Before using AI, we could produce about 3 to 4 designs per day. In the past 2 years with AI, regular designs can be produced in double digits daily.
Wang shows me how, in the past, they would create templates of common clothing styles and swap fabrics just to get a rough idea of the look. Now, the process is like a dress-up game. With one click, you can change the pattern, fabric, and cut, and instantly see how it looks on the model. And this is only the beginning of a garment's digital journey. On the factory floor, machines hum, buttons click, and fabric slides along conveyor belts. Orders are dispatched in real time via an industrial internet platform, where a line that once ran a single style for weeks now changes dozens of times a day.
I make over 300 pieces a day. This one is finished. We follow a sort of metronome, about 2 minutes, and place it in a bin that automatically carries it to the next person down the line.
A few days ago, it was just a design sketch of a pink ruffled blouse, but now it's sitting on the shelf as a finished piece.
We invested over 3 million yuan in AI and boosted efficiency by about 25%.
3 million yuan invested in AI for a garment company. That number amazed me. Ding tells me the investment is a direct response to shifting market demands. At the start of year, his company wasn't waiting for the traditional first big order of the year. Instead, the factory is buzzing with a constant stream of small, fast turnaround orders.
The smallest order I've ever taken was just 100 pieces. If we stuck to the old production model, we simply couldn't keep up. The future of China's garment industry is clear. Tougher, smaller, faster.
Why is the fashion market so obsessed with novelty and speed now? I walk into a clothing store in Fashion Town to see for myself. I was struck by an open secret in China's apparel industry. Average inventory levels reach 30%, meaning 3 out of every 10 garments produced may go unsold. Under the traditional model, brands must predict trends 6 to 9 months in advance and place large-scale orders with the factories.
6 months ahead, you're basically guessing which style will sell. By the time it hits stores, it might be out of trend and just sit on the shelf. That's why we now do small test runs, only a couple hundred pieces, and then decide whether to make more or stop. Production takes just 7 to 15 days.
The small batch, quick response model aims to quickly adapt to changing market demand through small-scale production and frequent restocking, reducing the risk of excess inventory. It emphasizes supporting sales with production capacity rather than relying on inventory, enhancing supply chain flexibility and responsiveness to lower inventory risk and improve sales efficiency. This in turn places demands on flexible manufacturing capabilities. If China's apparel industry was once a collection of independent players, the emergence of Fashion Town has tied the entire upstream and downstream chain together.
Here, design, manufacturing, orders, and the market are all connected through digital links, effectively compressed onto the same street, making everyone more efficient, smarter, and greener.
On this land that hardly feels like a factory, the quiet revolution of China's garment industry is in motion.
From waste to power, from bin to bricks, the transformation of garbage into something valuable is truly mind-blowing. And behind this is China's upgrade in industrial intelligence and a serious push for green transition. Let's go find out what it feels like to sip some kung fu tea where a garbage mountain once stood. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Every day we produce daily waste, but have you ever wondered where does it go after disappearing into the bin and what it becomes? Today, I decided to follow the journey of a bag of garbage. Every morning, sanitation workers bringing the city's waste is compacted at the transfer stations and shipped off to the treatment plant. The truck has arrived at the earliest in one of the largest waste-to-energy plants in Fujian province. Here, it begins an incredible transformation into something valuable.
Our capacity is 1,500 tons per day. Currently, we handle about 1,400 tons of waste each day collected from across Xixi and parts of Chuanzhou. From here, operators monitor and control the entire system through computers. Our automatic control system for incineration is integrated with AI and industrial intelligence, and its activation rate is over 99%.
And to me, I think the most striking view are those of the incinerators, flames. Each incinerator is equipped with cameras and sensors. So the operators in this room, they will use all that data, water supply, pressure, etc., to remotely control. They make sure that the temperature stays above 850 degrees Celsius and that all emissions are up to standards. Wow, the operator here looks like she's playing with a giant claw machine game. Actually, she's using that gripple to move and mix the garbage.
So, Mr. Tong, how long will the garbage be stored here?
The waste needs to sit here for about a week. This allows for anaerobic fermentation and dewatering before it can be burned. The leachate is treated in our on-site water treatment plant, and the gases from the bunker are piped directly back to the furnaces.
So this is the heart of the operation. It's the incinerator.
Yes, the incinerators. It runs 24/7. Our staff work in 4 teams with 3 shifts a day.
So this is where the heat from burning garbage turns into electricity.
Exactly. The electricity we generate is stepped up at the booster station and fed into the national grid. We produce over 600,000 kilowatt hours of electricity every single day.
So that's about 600,000 kilowatt hours. How much is that? I looked it up. To produce that much energy using traditional means would require burning of about 200 tons of standard coal. Now this left me wonder, what happens to the ash and fumes left after burning?
Each ton of waste yields 200 to 300 kilograms of bottom ash. Our partners extract metals like iron, copper, aluminum, and sometimes even gold. The remaining ash is processed into eco-friendly bricks for construction. The flue gas goes through a multi-stage cleaning process. We make sure the final emissions completely meet environmental standards. It's all released through this 100-meter stack.
This is a shot from outside of the factory. The stack is right over there. Let's watch for a minute. So there's not much visible emission from the stack. I'm only about 200 meters away from it, and there really isn't any weird smell. So this entire fantastic journey of garbage is quite mind-blowing. But what surprised me even more is the fact that less than a decade ago, this place was a mountain.
It's a mountain of garbage. It was right over there.
Mr. Chu's family has lived here for several generations. He was talking about the old garbage landfill. In the 80s and 90s, Shishi, as a hub for private business, saw a population boom and a massive increase in waste. It built a garbage landfill in 1995, but within a decade, it reached capacity. The garbage kept piling up, forming a mountain.
When the south wind blows in spring and summer, the smell of waste gets carried straight into the village.
Local reports say that Garbage Mountain grew to about 500,000 tons, roughly 72 meters high. In 2018, the government decided to tackle the problem head-on. And Mr. Li was directly responsible for the entire cleanup project.
The biggest challenge was figuring out the right approach. The old method was just layering garbage with soil, but Shishi was a major garment city, so a huge chunk of the waste was fabric scraps. Once that fabric gets damp, it sticks to the soil. The soil content in the waste ended up over 55%, which made incineration really inefficient.
Environmental experts from Beijing were invited to conduct on-site surveys and tests. It led to the finalization of a digging, sieving, sorting solution for the legacy waste in Shishi. The result was 40% burnable material, 5% inert material for landfill.
Here's the big surprise. The soil we ended up sifting out, that 55%, was rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, so it worked perfectly as landscaping soil.
And this saved the city hundreds of millions in greening costs. But clearing the garbage mountain was just the first step in the city's climb toward better waste management. The long-term solution requires public-private partnership and corporate innovation. The mission brought old friends together.
Our company was founded in 2002. It was the first integrated waste-to-energy incineration plant in the province. In 2004, we used composting and traveling grate boiler technology. Since 2005, we invested in 3 circulating fluidized bed boilers built over time. Then, in 2019, we built a new grate furnace. So our facility has gone through the entire development of China's waste industrialization process.
Globally, solid waste is handled mainly through landfill, incineration, and recycling. Incineration has become a leading solution. It aims to maximize energy and minimize pollution. And China's journey in this field is a standout story. In the past 10 years, China has completely transformed how it handles its waste, pivoting hard to burning waste for power. That's thanks to better technology and strong policy support. This push worked. The growth in scale is simply massive. Within a decade, China's waste burning capacity saw a 5-fold increase. Today, China's waste-to-energy technology is on par with developed nations. But this breakneck expansion has created new challenges. One of the most pressing is a shortage of garbage.
Today, garbage is a resource. Companies are competing for it. What's more important for businesses is to sharpen our core capabilities through better management and technological upgrades.
For example, at our company, the waste bunker generates a lot of leachate and often gets clogged. We used to send workers down to clear them manually. Now it's fully automated, more efficient and safer.
So we talked about the challenges. What about the opportunities? Are you looking at overseas markets as well?
Since China's waste disposal technology is advanced and ready to go global, we have been exploring opportunities abroad and see tremendous market potential ahead.
Miss Tsai showed me an old photo of her staring thoughtfully at the garbage mountain.
I remember the first time I came here. The second we parked, the car got swarmed by flies. The whole windshield was covered in black. I was too scared to even get out.
What about the old times when your mother started this business? Was it hard for her?
My mother started in a trade business. She saw our city growing more beautiful, yet garbage piling up. She thought, can we not just clean this up, but also turn it into a business, a real mission? That's how it all began. Back then, nobody believed in it. She was really quite bold.
So she dealt with the challenges at her times, and now you're facing new challenges at your time. Do you think you would continue to do this business?
Yes, I'm a second-gen garbage lady, the plus version.
The difference in the environment is night and day. I used to dread visiting this plant because of the smell of garbage, but today we can sit out here and enjoy tea.
We are, in fact, having this chat over Kung Fu tea, a local Fujian tradition, right where Garbage Mountain once stood.
Later, all that waste was processed step by step, and the environment has improved tremendously. Now, we can often sit outside, drink tea, and chat.
The tea is brewed slowly, sipped from small cups. It's bitter first, then sweet, a lot like the path of environmental remediation. And before leaving the plant, Miss Tsai introduced me to a wall of bricks made from incinerated bottom ash, literally helping to build city.
So, this is the final stop of the fantastic journey of a bag of trash. But it's not the end. Right now though, I want to take you back to the beginning, to our daily lives. Can we try to produce less daily waste? Can we sort garbage properly? Everyone has a choice to make. And every choice we make is a vote for the kind of future we want.
And this is the story I followed. Now, I'd like to hear yours. A survey tells us that 90% of Generation Z, they buy for feel, not just the stuff. And this is what someone called the emotional economy. So let's hit a toy show in Beijing and then some fragrance boutiques where young people can find a sense of belonging and a way to soothe their inner selves. Let's get a feel of how this investing in personal well-being is reshaping the market.
Toys everywhere. They are more than just playing things now. They are a part of our everyday world. We are following a true toy lover. Every piece in her collection has a story and a special emotion attached. Let's go.
About 1,000 toys, and not that many them pretty close, just a whole lot. Mostly they're characters and patterns I love. Seeing them makes me feel happy and relaxed. Besides drawing, I also enjoy roller skating and cosplay.
We're tagging along with her to an amazing event.
a mix of anxiety and happiness. I'm feeling all these emotions at once.
And the numbers speak for themselves. The 2025 Gen Z Emotional Consumption Report shows that emotional value isn't just a bonus. It's essential for Gen Z's well-being. Over 90% of young consumers attach importance to products with emotional value, and nearly 60% are actively spending on this. Step into this huge zone dedicated to anime and gaming, filled with brands that Gen Z adore. It makes you wonder, what kind of consumer design is powering all of this?
I believe this is the pressure this generation faces. Academic pressure, life pressure. That's exactly why we need to build physical spaces for them. Somewhere they can socialize, find acceptance, and just relax.
Trend makers sense the call of the young generation. Meet Poll, created by Canadian artist Vane. By chatting with fans and consumers, Vane has learned about the need of having relief from daily stresses.
Looking at these kind of designer toys gives them a place to go and makes them feel like they can relieve their stress a little bit. And I think that's sort of what our toys is doing for society right now.
I think first thing is it's cute. It's can easy to collect because it's cheaper and it's small, so people can buy many types of art toys.
I prefer tangible, heartfelt items, things I can hold, rather than just comics or images online.
More than just objects, toys can be a bridge back to our youth, helping us reconnect with and fulfill long-held childhood dreams.
Buying into nostalgia or honoring my childhood memories is a deeply satisfying process.
No doubt, Labubu redefined the trendy toy market in 2025, proving the power of a single creation to drive global trends.
I would say 5 years. There will be more people get into this industry, especially after Labubu.
Ideally, the industry should flourish with diverse expressions, rather than relying on just one or two dominant IPs.
Leaving the bustling streets behind, I have found a serene escape in Dajixiang. This area, with its traditional courtyard buildings, is a hidden gem. A delicate fragrance in the air is my guide today. Every corner here whispers, "Live gently."
We usually start by asking about their preferred scent profile and the intended setting. For example, if they prefer to use the fragrance in the bedroom, we recommend more calming, gentle aromas. For the living room, we might suggest more sophisticated, woody scents. And for the office, we choose invigorating, energizing fragrances.
Generally, how long would it take me to decide which fragrance to choose?
On average, the selection process spans roughly half an hour.
This careful process of scent selection itself is a ritual that encourages slowing down and a focus on oneself.
I want it to give me a calming feeling, so I prefer it not to be too intense. Personally, I lean towards woody or aquatic scents.
From vibrant communities celebrating trendy toys to the private tranquility founded in fragrances, the balance of activity and stillness sketches a complete emotional landscape for young people today. They yearn for a sense of belonging and seek to soothe their inner selves. This isn't just a new way to shop. What ultimate luxury is a well-tended inner self.
And that's it for today's Meet China. Stay tuned for our next episode with more fresh and interesting stories. Meet China, meet what's next. I'm Lily Lu, and I see you soon.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.